Good morning, YouTube. It's almost 12 p.m. and we're about to go to Germany to meet my business partner. It's going to be an epic weekend. Another day in the life of building this company. It's going to be so sick. I think this meeting is going to be super necessary before I leave the country again to really nail down these last details. So without any further ado, I need to be quick, grab my shit, go into the train, and we're on the way to Germany, baby!
And then true. Or that happens a lot.
Alright, boys. We're officially here in Germany. Let me focus on you.
What's good, guys?
What's good, guys?
Let's get it going.
We're so here. We're so here with it. We're gonna have some private meetings in a multi-million-dollar mansion.
Looks like it.
Right. See you guys soon. You know what the problem with vlogging is? I absolutely suck at making a vlog. Quick update. I'm in the hotel room right now. I'm about to show you guys real quick. I mean, it's far from fancy, but it does the job. It's currently the next day. Me and Martin had great meetings yesterday. We did a super long walk. We just talked about a bunch of shit. We've kind of seen the city here. I'm in Vienna right now, Germany. Pretty cool. But what have we been talking about? That's obviously what you guys are wondering. So that's what I kind of want to spill a little bit in this part of the video. It's not going to be a super long video anyway, so I just want to kind of take you guys through our struggles, and then I'm also going to finish the video because I need to make another one and another one, so it's going to be a shorter video today. We are currently struggling with one issue, and that is this balance thing where we can onboard brands onto the platform, but we need more creators to fulfill all these brands effectively. Or we can onboard more creators, which is great for the current brands that are on, but creators love a lot of different brands and preferably as high as possible in terms of payments, right? Now, you're not gonna get the top shelf deals if a brand does not know whether you can actually fulfill their campaign effectively. Right? So you need to slowly, step by step, build that up. And this is something that honestly we've been struggling with for a minute now, because we have brands interested, we can get brand deals on, but I don't want to take on brand deals too much if we can't actually fully fulfill them. So we've been kind of going back and forth about what the best strategy is. As you guys know, currently UGC Jungle is free, but we will very, very likely make it paid within the upcoming 1 to 2 days again, because how weird it may sound, people do not take stuff really that serious if they're not actually putting any commitment into this. And this is something also very interesting for you guys to understand yourself, especially if you're doing anything info or coaching related. I've done a lot of free coaching. I've helped a lot of people for free. And here's the problem, right? When somebody does not pay for coaching or a course or a platform or this or that, there's absolutely nothing on the line. So think about that. You make a decision, but there's nothing on the line. Like, you literally lose nothing. Like, you literally lose nothing. You don't lose money. Yeah, you lose a little bit of time, right? But if somebody wants to get into making money online, that means they're currently most likely trading their time for money anyways, right? So time is not their most important asset. You as an entrepreneur or as a creator, time is your most important asset, because depending on how much time you have, you can build systems to make more money, right? It's much different than working per hour where my hourly wage is set to a specific number that can maybe increase with 10-20% in the upcoming couple of years, but it will always remain the same. So I can just calculate, well, you know what, if I put 5 hours into this, worst case, I could have worked those 5 hours, which would equal to a certain amount. For an entrepreneur, it's much different, or for a creator, because if I spend my upcoming 5 hours into building something, then not in a week, not in a month, but maybe in 2 or 3 months from now, this can pay off if I do that every single day. So suddenly, time is really your most important asset, and it's not really money. Now, in e-learning, right, or in info, or in a business like ours, where we essentially take people that are not entrepreneurs and sort of pave the way to become any form of an entrepreneur. Again, a creator is also an entrepreneur, right? You essentially need to make that fundamental shift for them. So you, to some degree, have the responsibility of making somebody understand this shift. This is something we do a lot. We talk a lot with our creators on a one-to-one basis and really kind of make that slight shift in mindset where it's like people really need to understand how money works, and they need to start thinking outside of the standard concept, which is I am getting paid by the hour, right? You need to actually really change somebody's hardwiring into believing that there's an other way to do it, because you're being taught from birth that the standard way to make money is by trading your time for money on a specific rate. That's what we're getting taught, right? You trade your hours for a specific rate, and that's how you make money. But there's 100 gazillion other ways that are not being taught, And that's probably why you are most likely interested in this or watching this. But that fundamental shift, right? That fundamental shift that needs to happen, like, can we both agree? It needs to happen. You need to understand this concept in order to actually, build anything. Because if you don't understand it, there's not going to be any motivation to work for shit that doesn't get paid immediately, right? To make that shift, you need to risk something. If you're not risking anything, the odds of you successfully making that shift, successfully changing your core beliefs, which is much different than just logically understanding it, right? Like, I can speak to you right now, explain to you, hey, you should stop trading your time for money directly. You're gonna be like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're like, I get it. I should not work for hourly rate. I get it. But that doesn't change your core fundamental belief of the fact that that's the way that you make money as an individual, right? To change that core belief, if you're not risking anything, the odds of like a person succeeding is very low. And now the thing with our business is we only really win if people that come into our platform are actually really serious about this. Now, there's two people that are really serious about this. That's people that are already being content creators. So they've already made that shift, but they want the highest paying brand deals, right? Or there's people that want to get into this, but for that we need to build an effective filter to filter out the people that don't really give a shit, right? Because there's a lot of people that say they want stuff, and then there's only a very small portion of them who actually are willing to take the actions required to get there. So it's a big struggle in e-learning, and I've actually experimented so much more than people really realize in terms of helping people, again, for free, helping people at any price point. I've done low ticket, high ticket, and from my data, right? So from my own personal experience and data, I've seen that the financial investment is like practically always a must. To give you guys some statistics, in 2025, I ran a free affiliate marketing course. It was around 3 hours long, I think, 2.5, 3 hours long. It was a good course. Of course, the course can always be better. You can always be critical on the course, but looking at the data, 11,000 people went through this course. And if I remember it correctly, not even 20% got like through the first part. There was like a 3 series course, right? Not even 20% got through the first part. And more interestingly, there were like 11 people coming out of the third part. So from those 11,000 people, like really think about how many people that are. 11,000 people. Only 11 of them made it to the finish line. And the finish line, keep in mind, the finish line is nothing more than just watching videos. Like, that's all there is to it. Like, you literally have to sit your fat ass down and watch a video, and still only 11 people made it. Now, this just kind of points out the data again, and again, we're seeing the same thing. We open our platform for free. We let people in, we let people apply, we try and get in touch with them to get them started, and we get barely any replies, barely any interest. And the customers that do pay, which, one of them is Jordan, who is actually crushing it right now. He is on a $20 a month subscription, which is the original price that we charge for UGC Jungle, and the price that we're gonna go back to is dialed, dude. This guy's dialed. He's texting me every day. We're chatting every day like, yo, bro, how's it going, blah, 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 blah. It's just crazy, and it's $20. Like, it's so little, yet I feel like because Jordan actually loses something by not taking action, aka, he loses $20 a month, it just motivates him to actually take this serious. And when there's that level of emotional investment, so a certain need for this to work out, only then can I, as an instructor or a coach or however you want to call me, really make that shift happen. And I'm seeing that shift happen in real time in his head. And Jordan right now is not really making any crazy money. Like, we're not even close to thousands yet. But even that small amount is enough. Like, it's enough for him where I can see if I talk with him about this, again, due to this emotional investment, due to this risk that he put down, I can just see my words actually hitting him, And this is something that just doesn't happen when people are not, again, emotionally invested or actually putting something on the line. Only then can you really, change somebody's life. So this is something that we've been kind of thinking about left and right, what we're going to do. And the end conclusion is that probably within the upcoming 48 hours, UGC Jungle is going to be paid again. So if you're seeing this video on time, apply for free. We will go through all the applications, don't worry. And then we're back to getting paid. The weather right now is absolutely horrible. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, but it's pretty chill. I'm just in this little hotel room grinding my ass off. I got 3 Red Bulls. What do you know about living unhealthy, dude? This is crazy. Look at these. These are disgusting, bro. Not gonna lie. Anyways, check the room. Little super small room. Just put all my shit down there. You guys can see this is rainy, man. I don't know if you can see the rain though. But yeah, it's pretty chill. I mean, there's nothing really else to do here. When the weather is better, me and Martin are going to go on another walk. We're going to go to a cafe, kind of think about what we need to do. And tomorrow, we're going to go to Fantasia Land, which is like a big-ass roller coaster park. I love roller coasters. Martin even more than me. So I'm definitely down to check that shit out, have some fun. And the thing I like the most about this trip is the fact that me and Martin, like, if we just together and we just get the chance to just yap together all day, then there's already a lot happening, even though we don't have to necessarily put in active hours, you know? Because, like, we're both putting in active hours 7 days of the week for years. Like, I've worked with Martin for years now. But still, all the magic comes when we're just together for a couple of days and we can just talk with each other, just about random shit. Because the conversation will lead back to work anyways, and very important questions can be answered, and you can discuss things on a level that you simply can't do online, right? So without any further ado, the rain is getting harder. I'm gonna edit this video, upload that shit on YouTube. I know it's an L vlog, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's an L vlog. I suck at this. I'm going to get better at recording cinematic shots and stuff. I have a 3.5K camera and I barely know how to use this shit. So let's get it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's go.